Good morning. Saturday. Wow. You know, in a little while we'll be able to watch some football. But right now all you gotta do on a Saturday is review what happened. I've never been much of a reviewer, unless it's reviewing music for critical review. But anyhow, as I'm sitting here, I read an article this morning that said John Lennon's missing guitar sold for $2.9 million. And I'm sitting to myself saying, if you got $2.9 million to spend on a guitar, why don't you do something nice like send some food to Gaza or help a kid get into college or something? I mean, there's a lot of other uses for $2.9 million. I can tell you, I would not be buying collectibles at this stage in my life with millions of dollars, okay? I doubt I would have done it when I was 40. I would have bought collectibles, but I wouldn't have spent millions of dollars on them. I would be trying to sell them for much more money than I paid for, so I'd use the money for something different. I don't know what I'd use it for. I don't want to be sitting here and say I'd be the greatest charitable person in the world, because I've been disappointed so many times when I try to help other people that they turn around and they screw up, and it's like, I have to tell you, that's more frustrating than war. You come out of war screwed up. What you do on the streets when you try to help people, that can fuck you up more than anything else in the world. So I'm a little bit more skeptical about stuff like that than other people are. There's a lot of videos been around for a while talking about Trump and his dementia. And I'm not familiar enough. I've seen dementia, but I've seen it at a I don't know what you call it, at full bloom. I have never seen the symptoms, or don't know what the symptoms are of onsetting dementia. If there's like forgetfulness, then I'm on my way, okay? Because I can forget what I just said in 5 minutes. So that's, me. But you could use that $2.9 million to help study dementia, to help other people. And it's not done that way, People use it $2.9 million for their own gratification. They'll hang that guitar on the wall and they won't do shit with it. They say, all right, look what I got. Who cares what you have? Can you play it? No, I couldn't play it. What will you do with it? Can you play? Can you? It's like buying a toy. On the basis of collectability. You're gonna play with it. I buy comic books to read. I used to buy a lot of comic books for investments, and that's what helped me get to Columbia, because I sold a lot of them before I left, and I regret that deeply. But I would rather read a comic book and stick it in the corner and pray it's going to become more valuable. And if you go out and you spend $1 million or $2.5 million on the Fish Issue of Superman right now, in Action Comics, I think you would be dead before you'd ever get that money back. I just don't see the money coming back right now. It's frowned upon investing in that. It's not considered worth anything. You have to be a pure investor to find something like that. I'm only on the stock market. You look around and all these ads and stuff that are coming out about Donald Trump and his conviction. I honestly don't think. I didn't think he was going to get convicted either, really, to be honest with you. But you look around it now and you wonder, just what's going to happen. Are people going to start to wake up to the fact that this man is a criminal and he's a liar and a cheat and everything else, Do you think they will? Excuse me. I don't. Uh, I don't think so. I don't think people are going to change their minds. If he's going to win the election, he's going to win the election. But the thing about this is that everything you see going on right now, in terms of the media not getting real upset and banging guns and screaming and yelling at the top of their lungs that this is a fascist prick, because they're afraid of him, because he owns, he has influences in businesses and whatnot. TV stations could lose their sponsors. Fox would go out of business if this guy decided to just destroy them. I mean, they're not that they've based their whole litany of history, or whatever you want to call it, on the Republican agenda and the MAGA agenda and Trump and everything else. So if that disappears, and it's like Tucker Carlson. He'll have to find a new job. Maybe he can get a job working for Putin. I think he's over in Russia still. I don't know. That's another. That's like what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. But the martial artist that moved to Russia and big deal about it. He wasn't that good an actor to begin with. And I don't see any films coming to the U.S. from out of him now. Anyhow, I think I don't know why he went to Russia, because that's just, he's another guy that just doesn't strike me as being overly intelligent. If he wanted to move to Cuba, I wouldn't mind so much. If he wanted to move just about any place else in the world, I wouldn't hold it against him. Leave the U.S., leave the U.S. I live in Colombia. I moved for economic reasons, so I could retire. I have no political agenda down here whatsoever. Basically, it's a narco government down here, and I don't want to be involved in politics down here. I don't do any large amount of criticism as if I'm talking to family or something like that. Just like normal people, I don't make videos like this for Colombia. First of all, there's a language problem, which I don't speak Spanish. Don't get me started on that, folks, okay? That's a mental block I have when it comes to language. It's foreign languages. I don't know. You look around now, and everything that's going on now happened in Germany starting in the early 1930s and progressed to when Hitler actually came to power. That's what you're looking at now. An ignorant press, a lackadaisical populace, people looking for somebody to blame. Hitler picked the Jews. It was easy because the Jews owned all the shops and everything, so it was kind of easy. They were an easy target. It's like you're blaming the immigrants for stealing jobs. How many immigrants come down in this country and get a job in physics? Okay? That most of those immigrants are brought over on visas and put to work. Okay? It's done. AT&T's been doing it for years. They claim there's not enough technical expertise in the United States. Not that they're stupid, there's just not enough people looking to do it, because it's a desk job. It could be boring, But the Mexicans that are coming across the border, which is Trump's big thing, they come over here looking for, in some cases, even drug dealers come over here looking for a better life. They want to make more money. They can't make it in Mexico, okay? That's the bottom line. Mexico's economy sucks. If Mexico's economy was in line with us, they wouldn't be trying to come here, okay? But it's not the way it works, all right? People are coming here because they have better educational opportunities, amongst other things. Do we get criminals coming across the border? Sure we had, you know. The most outlandish, I forget which president did it. I think it was a Republican. When boat people came over from Cuba, Castro emptied his jails and sent them over here. You know, and that's where the movie, God, I can't remember. I'm really having a bad problem with my mind today. I can't remember that one either. All right, but about the drug dealer and everything, you know, and one though came out with a classic line, "Say hello to my little friend," you know, that guy, that movie. Okay, that's what based upon the boat people coming over, you know, and I don't know how many people still come in from Cuba. You know, I doubt it's as many as everybody's thinking. You know, we get thousands of people from India in here every year going to work, taking jobs that Americans want. Okay? Because they come here and we recognize all their education. All right? It's like Colombia, the people that live down here. I have a doctor that performs, done surgery on me about six times, I think, for skin cancer. Excellent doctor, very good personality, speaks enough English that I can communicate with him. He can't come to America, okay, because they won't recognize him. Now that's a problem, all right? That's a very big problem. I knew a doctor, top of the line. I don't know whether he was what the kind of doctor he does with just general. He was a specialist, but I don't remember exactly what. He came in and he went to school. I worked with him when he was a young kid, before he went to medical school. We worked together at Chrysler Credit Corporation, repossessing cars and stuff like that. He was a nice kid, young kid, much younger than I was. And he couldn't get into medical school in the United States, and couldn't get a scholarship, couldn't afford it. Couldn't get accepted. Went down to Mexico, went to medical school in Mexico, and came back and was allowed to practice medicine, and got rich practicing medicine in the United States. His wife was killed in a car accident. Don't want to get involved with the story of that one. It was a horrible, horrible thing. But he had to go to Mexico to get school. Okay. A lot of doctors go down there because they can't. Number one, they can't afford it here. All right. But the thing is that we don't want Mexican doctors coming here. You know. We don't want Colombian doctors coming up here. They have to go through a process. It's very expensive. An internship and everything else. You know, if they can get sponsored, they could come up here. But it's very difficult for them to get sponsorship because they have to have somebody willing to pay for them. You know, and there's just not enough money around. And I think you know, medicine is I don't want to call medicine a scam, but treatment really bothers me. The fact that you know, you just don't. The doctors want to get paid so much money because it's so expensive to go to school that they charge so much money. They don't want to work for nothing. You know, occasionally you'll find doctors that do Doctors Without Borders and stuff like that, and most of the times they do that on the premise that if they come back, they can make twice as much money as they did before they left. It's not just charitable, it's to the benefit of them because their experience with diseases and whatnot that most doctors in this country never see. You know. Then you come back to, you know, the current state of affairs in this country with that's preventing that, and Trump wants to send everybody back. You know he won't send the doctors back. You know he won't send a lot of people back. He'll send the day laborers back, you know. Let me tell you something. You wouldn't get strawberries if it wasn't for Mexicans, okay? You wouldn't have fresh strawberries hitting the market. You wouldn't have oranges. You wouldn't have a lot of fruit that can't be picked by machines. That has to be done by hand. Nobody wants to do that, okay? Uh, it's like, you have to pay them what you pay garbage collectors. You'd have to pay a guy to pick fruit $50,000, $60,000 a year. I think they start at 39 or 40,000 or over 40. A garbage collector or whatever they decide to call them now, besides garbage man in New York City is over 30,000. I think it's over $40,000 a year now, and you'd have to pay a guy picking fruit that, and your oranges would start costing you $10. A dozen oranges would cost you $120. You want to see inflation? That's what causes inflation. I don't understand the lack of logic and common sense that we seem to be lacking in economics and whatnot, how we treat the American people. But they go basically your life depends on money talks, bullshit walks. Okay, similar to that. All right, and I think it was Obama who said it one day. He said, I don't have to worry about medical care. He said, I have a team of doctors 12 feet, within 8 feet of me at all times. Or 12 feet or whatever it is, the distance that they surround him with these doctors. Some of the top surgeons in their field, So he's protected all the time. But the rest of us better have some money in the bank. Hey, listen, it's Saturday. I'm tired. Seems to be a chronic thing with me lately, but I guess I'm just getting old. I hope somebody really watches this and says something. Hey, you can. It's okay. You can write, hey, jack off, get off the air, don't do these stupid videos anymore. That's fine, just as long as I know you saw one. All right, everybody, have a great day. Talk to you later.